What's up, Tiki Team? Welcome to the channel. My name's Spesh, helping you conquer the Horde. We have a little bit of different style video today. This is kind of like a live, reading through what's going on. But it kind of sounds like Omega may have tricked Requiem. It seems like with DLC 4 coming out, which finally they released another teaser for today. It took freaking forever. But it kind of seems like Omega may have tricked Requiem. And here's why. Let's talk about the 4 different teaser images we have had so far for DLC 4 and kind of get your opinion on them. So first we have this one here of Zykov, and it says, "Team, this is your target. Sergeant Kazimir Zykov. 40 years ago, he sacrificed himself and shut down the particle accelerator at Project End Station, closing the portal to the Dark Aether. Then in November 1983, Omega reopened it. Now, they're going after him. Zykov is the single most important intelligence asset Requiem has encountered. He has unparalleled knowledge about the Dark Aether, and he knows how to defeat the Foresaken. If Kravchenko succeeds and takes him into custody, we lose Zykov for good. You must locate and extract him before Omega can. He's been a part of this from the beginning. Let's bring him home. Weaver." Due to intelligence and whatnot, Requiem and Weaver think that Omega is going after Zykov, right? It sounds like Omega is going after Zykov, and from, I guess, the reports that we saw about Kravchenko and in the intel saying that we need everybody on this mission, it's going to be huge and whatnot, it sounded like, oh yeah, they're going after Zykov as well. But then today we got, let me scroll up here, today we got this image here, okay? And it says, Treyarch tweeted, "Something big is coming." And this is from the exoscientific phenomena Omega. And it says, "Redacted has been designed to appropriate specifications required to hold Redacted. Height, width, and length must be exact. Based on our information, this is the approximate size of Redacted. Wells of chamber should be redacted, which should nullify any of Redacted's unnatural abilities." So while Omega and Kravchenko have kind of told everyone that they're going after Zykov and kind of made everyone think that that's the plan, they're going to go after Zykov instead of, something else in the Dark Aether, this specific model kind of makes it seem like they're actually going after the Foresaken. They may be telling everyone that they're going after Zykov so that everyone's kind of down for it. Oh yeah, we're going to get him back. We're going to get Zykov back. When in all actuality, Omega is going after the Foresaken because Kravchenko wants to be the one to take him down. Now, what exactly does that mean for the storyline necessarily? It's kind of impossible to say, because if Omega is going after the Foresaken inside of, that's why they need this gigantic, the gigantic building that we saw for DLC 4. If they're going after the Foresaken and this specific canister is meant to hold him, and everyone's like, oh, they're going after Zykov, then why would they, if they're just bringing a homie back from the Dark Aether, why do they need this gigantic box to do that? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me personally. But let's go over 2 of the other things that Treyarch has posted. They also posted down here about Samantha. And this was from the director, and the director said this: "After consulting with Dr. Gray and Officer Weaver, I have decided to approve Maxis for Operation First Domino. Over the last several months, she has learned much about her powers and how to control them. She is ready. Unfortunately, she has not been approved to return to Requiem at this time and will fulfill obligations from blank, where my team can monitor her and ensure she is not a risk of blank. She may not be in the field, but rest assured she has a role to play as blank and blank. I know you have questions and I appreciate your patience through this time. I understand what she means to you and you only want what is best for her. Just know that blank, she is safe." First Domino, are they using, is the director's plan to use Samantha to open a portal to bring Zykov out of the Dark Aether? Is that the plan of the director, that by using Samantha's powers, she can target Zykov in the Dark Aether and bring him home? If that's the plan, because as we read in the first part, they plan on bringing Zykov home before Omega can get to him. But if Omega was never going after Zykov in the first place, then maybe Requiem using Samantha to open up the portal is the move to bring Zykov home. And then the final picture that I want to talk about here is, I mean, we all know what one we're talking about, is this little Margwa looking fella. Alright? This Margwa dog crawler thing. I don't even know what this is. It looks like, obviously, a Margwa, which is super interesting, seeing as how, like, the Apothecans and the Keepers should theoretically not necessarily be a part of this storyline. But then we see in the background a teleporter very similar to the one from Firebase Z that took us from the village to the actual Firebase. It's safe to assume that this is probably going to be our new boss zombie, whether it be an elite or a specialist zombie. I mean, we could have a bunch of different boss zombies, but it's safe to assume that this zombie is the specific elite zombie that we're going to need to worry about. As for exactly what that means in terms of with Samantha as well as Omega opening up the Dark Aether, I mean, who really knows? But it sounds like Omega tricked Requiem into thinking that they're going after Zykov, and Requiem's like, oh my god, like we need to go get Zykov before they do, or we're gonna have problems. When in all actuality, it was actually just a trick so that Requiem would focus on that while Omega went in to actually try and get the Foresaken out of the Dark Aether. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys feel about this and what you guys are thinking. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Oh my god, oh my god. I want to give a quick massive shout out to any of our channel members or Twitch subs over on the channel, and a big extra shout out to the Zombie Richtofen member, starting off with hashtag BestMod, Strict Archer, the quippest man in the Southern Hemisphere, Commander_Quip, and the man, the myth, the legend, Tis Brandon ZR.